Hello, MrIronBill here with another Too Old to Grind video. Today, Cave joined me impromptu for a little action. We wound up in the Braid Tech area on Mars doing escalation protocol for a bit. This is the end of one of our runs. We did struggle. There weren't a lot of people here today or on. But wanted to show some action here and actually a little bit of a perplexing conclusion to this protocol, and I don't have the answer to the questions it raised, and maybe some of the viewers might. So as you see, there are three of us here working this ogre, and while we're taking him down, time is beginning to run out. I'm also beginning to run out of heavy ammo. I spot some over to my left, decide to shoot my last rocket, throw down a rift because I'm about dead, then move over to my left. Now, why that individual was using his super on the knights rather than the ogre, I don't know. But regardless, I do have some more ammo. Cave, I think, has just died up in the area near the ogre. And trying to find whatever cover I can so I can ignore the ads, I began to fire all my heavy on the ogre. Now, something I note about the escalation protocol is apparently whoever's doing the damage, the ads go after, or there are just so many ads. That's the way it appears. I don't know. But watch the timer as that ogre dies. There's clearly 10 to 12 seconds left. And so I'm thinking, great, I'm working the sleeper quest on this particular character, so I go to check, and what do we see? It did not count. Now, I don't know why that is, whether I needed to trigger the next level of the escalation protocol or we did something wrong. I don't really know. But it is a bit aggravating when those kinds of things happen. It's not the end of the world, obviously, because I already had the sleeper on another character. But yes, that was a bit of an aggravation. Now, here's the other part of the video I wanted to show. You notice that on a warlock, if you're running the Void Walker, you can set your character up so that when you melee a character or an enemy, you will trigger what's called Devour, and you have 9 seconds to kill another enemy. Every time you do that, it resets the timer and your health recovers. So what I'm doing is I'm using Devour to just melee every enemy that comes at me. And it's actually quite effective. In this sequence, you see I don't even use a gun. I'm just hitting melee, and over my health pops right back up to full charge. Now, I believe Cave came in with his super to clear the ads off of me. And thanks for that. He was watching out. We were looking for the crystal here. He found it first. My Devour has run out, but I'm going to continue with the melee anyway, because at about 374, I'm plenty strong enough to be able to melee most of the enemies, other than the yellow bars. And so, we'll continue with the melees. Kill the crystals. And there we go. This spawns our big knight, which we have to kill. Now melee, Cave likes to get in there tight. I res him, and he begins to run the other direction to draw the knight off and expose the backside, I'm assuming. But yeah, I had enemies behind him dropping bombs on him, so just a bad situation. Now we're in the clear out phase, part 2 of wave 1. Or excuse me, part 3 of wave 1. Now some stronger characters are beginning to spawn, and usually the big knights come up about now. And here we go. I see people die to these a lot, and I can only assume they're lower level power and light because as long as you stay on them, I don't think I've ever died to groups of those coming up like that. And I see cave has been swarmed. Oh, and right then the ogre appears just as I'm about to clear the knights off his carcass. Really bad timing. I suppose I needed to put the damage on the ogre anyway, but it was not what I was intending. By this point in time, you see it's really just 2 or 3 of us working this at all. And there's not much chance we can pull it down from here. We have too little time left and too much damage to do. Now maybe if somebody had a tractor cannon and I was on a void rocket, we might have had a chance, but at this point it's pretty much a done deal. But I decided to camp up here with cave, drop a rift, and just see how much damage we can do. I know this is also my last attempt because of family matters, and so this is about the time I say we better get out of here, and it's too late for me. Cave reses me, and I think I jump off, but we've got something behind us that I believe kills him, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, takeaways on this: sometimes screwy things happen that I don't understand. I'm sure there's a reason why that didn't count. But anyway, Iron Bill, too old to grind. Thanks very much.